Hello and welcome to this video about Hedera Hashgraph. I haven't covered Hedera Hashgraph on this channel before, but I really would like to, because I think, first of all, I was asked by a few people to do it. A few of you guys wanted me to cover Hedera Hashgraph, share my opinion on it, and then also, basically because I think it has a lot of good things to it. I don't own Hedera Hashgraph yet, but I intend to. So it's sort of unbiased, if you could say. But it's not sponsored anyway. I wish it was. Looking at the partners that stand behind Hedera Hashgraph, but no. It is just my opinion on Hedera Hashgraph. No financial advice, as always. But it is not a blockchain. It is its own technology. It's a known technology. It's a distributed ledger technology. It's not. It is patented. So there is a patent on it. So you can't just copy it. So yeah, it is its own unique technology. You could maybe compare it to Quant a little bit. It is a distributed ledger technology, and they claim that it works better and faster and more in real time than blockchains. So it's more geared towards organizations, companies, but there are tons of use cases as well for all sorts of different areas and aspects of life. So maybe we start with partnerships, because this is the most mind-blowing thing here. That you can talk, or you can actually highlight about Hedera Hashgraph. If you just look at these companies, which are not necessarily, they don't necessarily own Hedera Hashgraph, but they sort of formed this sort of council that governs and observes, I would say, Hedera Hashgraph, because they want to make sure that Hedera Hashgraph really gets mass adoption, and only if all the regulations are adhered to, all the compliance things are being taken care of, only then this is possible in the world of organizations. I think that is why those larger companies have all, or are all participating in that. And they also apparently see the potential here. And I mean, look at that. I mean, you've got Google in there, you've got IBM, the German Telecom, I couldn't stop, Tata Communications, huge as well. And LG, some of them I don't know, but I'm sure they all large companies. I mean, Boeing, of course, I know Boeing. I haven't looked them all up, but honestly, just have a few names in there, that's enough. Just having the telecom, just having IBM, just having Google in there and Boeing would probably be enough. So there's not much need to talk about it. What is obviously then important to understand is that these organizations are standing behind Hedera Hashgraph, which might not be for everybody, because I know a lot of people are more interested in true decentralization, true open source, true, owning by the people, which in some cases is just not the case. So here with Hedera Hashgraph, you've got these companies and organizations standing behind Hedera Hashgraph, which is a good thing as well, but it depends on everybody's own preference, of course. Also, in terms of it being an open source might be a little bit the negative aspect, because it is not necessarily as open source as some other cryptos are, or as some other projects. Yes, everything can be seen, so you can see how it's programmed and everything, but there is a patent on it, and they have an aspect here on the website about open source, contribute to Hedera's open source ecosystem. So they claim it's open source, but there are discussions going on the internet about, is it truly open source or not? So it's something worth looking at if this is important to anybody before making an investment decision. Certainly use cases I find very interesting. So they are pretty much in all of the main areas where other blockchains are as well, or where blockchains are traditionally in these areas, also like ecosystems like Solana, Cardano, Ethereum. So Hedera Hashgraph is also an ecosystem in itself. So they have use cases in the areas of payments, so reduce cost and unlock new revenue, fraud mitigation, data compliance, tokenized assets. So for example, for properties or NFTs and things like that. Identity, we know that Cardano is in that area as well, but many other blockchains as well. Permissioned blockchain, create a private ledger with public trust. Game studies, healthcare. So they work with a few partners in the healthcare industry about data in the healthcare sector. Enterprise, so that's all about, like Quant is doing, connecting different ledgers, different distributed ledgers, different sort of databases together for organizations, very valuable, and also in the gaming range. And if we talk about gaming here, that I'm covering Sand, I'm covering Gala and everything. Well, they apparently have on this website, they must have a partnership here with Animoca Brands. That is the organization that is standing behind the sandbox as well. So that is very well, definitely notable here. Very, very worth mentioning here that Animoca Brands are related here as well. We are very excited to work with Hedera, which offers some highly appealing uses for gaming, particularly in the area of high transaction scenarios. We believe this partnership will result in more efficient validation of play-to-earn activities, including addressing issues such as the multi-billion-dollar problem of cheating in games, which is fantastic if this could be sort of taken out by using the Hedera Hashgraph technology. So definitely worth mentioning that. If we take a look on CoinMarketCap, we can see Hedera Hashgraph is currently ranked 35 by market cap. There are 50 billion coins being issued and they all are already out. Yes, a lot of coins, but there is not much more to come. So this is it, right? So from here, we talk about limited number of coins, and these coins are used, for example, as gas fees, governance, and so on. So, but yeah, there is not much more to come. So this is it. You've got these issued. They've all been produced, you could say, and that is not going to drag the price down from here. So already with rank 35, not too high. There is still potential, but high enough to make it a, I think, important player, yeah, in the crypto world. And with these partners standing behind Hedera Hashgraph, I think definitely a very, very interesting project to have in the portfolio, and a unique technology as well. So I think that is worth mentioning, and together with the partnerships as well. If we take a look at the chart, I mean, I've put something here on the chart, a little bit of an estimation of where the prices could be going. Looking at the Elliott Waves, I think back here in March, we made a high point of a wave 1. Then we had a wave 2 here. Back in, this was June, wave 2 low. Since then, we started with so this is in white. You've got this degree of the wave 1, 2, and the 3 would be up here. Yeah, this white wave 3. But as subwaves of the wave 2, we are now in a purple wave 1. Well, that was completed back in September. Then a purple wave 2, which might have been completed already, but I think we're coming down once more together with Bitcoin, which would then be the completion of that purple wave 2, which is here in the blue section, which is sitting between the 0.786 and the 0.882 fib level of that wave 1. And this is at 18 cents, between 18 or 19 cents and 24 cents, right? So I would expect one more drop into this area before we complete this wave 2. But even looking at the wider or bigger picture, I think the current prices are really, really good for Hedera Hashgraph going forward. So from here then, I would expect the purple wave 3 to play out next, possibly Q1, Q2 next year. Purple wave 2 is typically the 1.618 extension of the wave 1, of the purple wave 1, at least the 1.618. So what we have here, we've got the beginning of that wave 1 to the top of wave 1, taking the fib extensions, and there you can see this is where we have here the fibs sitting between 85 cents and $1. I think $1 would be a very, very nice target for the finishing or the completion of that wave 3. Well, after that, what do we have? After that, we've got a wave 4. Now, this is totally assumed. This is the retracement. So a wave 4 typically retraces to the 0.382 fib level as a maximum of the wave 3. Now, again, without knowing where exactly the wave 3 will end, it's impossible to calculate that wave 4, but I've taken the lower end here, the 84 cents. The 0.382 fib level is 60 cents. So sort of in this range I've put it. And from here then, the wave 4 would move into a purple wave 5. That is typically here the length of the purple wave 1. You could just, one way of using, of calculating the price target of wave 5 is the length of the wave 1, which in this case was the purple wave 1, adding it to the wave 4 here, which would take us into the price area of $1.10 and $1.21. Also, that wave 5 here, though, the completion of that would be all of this here in purple is the white wave 3. So again, another way of calculating that price target would be to take the 1.618 extension of the white wave 1, and then we come into a very, at least the 1.618. So we would come into here the price area of, I would say, 90 cents or higher. But because I think we are going to land a little bit higher here, I rather take the length of the wave 1 than as price target. But this is too early to calculate. It's just speculation where the price might land. But the next price target can be calculated, I think, quite accurately. If we assume we come down here once more together with Bitcoin, that's what I would assume. Then this is the next thing that we're looking for next year, is between 84 cents and $1. I think the dollar level will certainly be achievable next year. And depending on how fast this all plays out, maybe we can even reach the top of that purple wave 5 here, which would then here be between, in my view, between $1.10 and $1.20. Over the next few years, I think Hedera Hashgraph can certainly reach maybe $3 to $5. That would all go in line with obviously more market cap flowing into the entire crypto world, because it would take Hedera Hashgraph's market cap quite high. But if we talk about maybe a period of 3 to 4 years here, I think that is certainly possible and achievable. But what that shows is that we can here, even if we zoom out, I think what we are having here is a dip. Even though we've gone up now since the absolute low at around 20 cents, we have gone up quite a bit. But first of all, I think we're coming down once more. But still, even if we don't come down once more, the current price, looking at the bigger picture, also what is expected for next year, is very, very interesting. And it might be worth having it in the portfolio, just in terms of looking at the partnerships and the organizations that stand behind Hedera Hashgraph and the use cases as well. For example, gaming, which I expect to outperform some other crypto segments next year. I think that is what we're looking at here for Hedera Hashgraph. And yeah, in the short-term view, I think we can come up a little bit higher here together with Bitcoin, that I expect to to get into the area between 55 and 63k, which you probably know if you follow my channel. And then Hedera could also move a little bit more, maybe another 20% up or 30% up from here, where we would land around maybe 80 cents, yeah. And then we could come all the way up there before we then drop down once more into this target area between 19 and 23 cents. So that would then be an ideal area to purchase Hedera. No financial advice, but even now I think we are very, very early anyway in the crypto market in general, and it might be worth thinking about Hedera Hashgraph as some sort of alternative to other blockchains, because as I said, Hedera Hashgraph is a technology, a distributed ledger technology. It is not really a blockchain. So hopefully you liked the update video about Hedera Hashgraph. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.